Hi guys, there's overnight the markets pretty much trod water, although the US dollar had some fun, but stock markets roller coasted around and ended up pretty much the same price where it started. We can see the US dollar round tripped, and it was a kind of a day of despite. So we had the PPI figures from the US, which was a big miss, and the stock market rallied on the back of that, and the US dollar fell, and bonds kind of went nowhere really on the back of that figure. So that was that figure there, initially sold off and then came back, and then it was the threat of World War III as some bombs landed or missiles landed in Poland, and there was fear that NATO would retaliate and there would be World War III, but Russia said it wasn't us, it was Ukraine, and the bullshit goes on. But despite all of that, the market kind of went sideways. And when we look at stocks, it too flipped around on both news sets, but ended up pretty much sideways. So it was a market of despite this happened. So that was the PPI numbers, and then that was the Poland news, and the market kind of made all that back, or gave all that back, and then made all of that back. So bit of a nothing day at the end of it, although the US dollar, we like to see these things. This is the start of 2022, so for the year, US dollar is tagged nicely that 50% retracement from the highs of that move. And when the news of the Russian missiles came out, US dollar initially dipped but then rallied off that, but overall this downtrend I think is confirmed, and we'll get a bit of a bounce maybe back up to this level here, and look to fade that. And how that plays out over in here. Commodity currencies were weaker on the day, again despite commodities doing okay. Copper was off a little bit, but the index up. Oil up a little, gold up a little, iron ore up, wheat up, gas sideways. So bit of a mixed picture for commodities, but the commodity currencies didn't fare all that well. Aussie's broken through that 67 line overnight on the back of that PPI data effectively, and is now overextended, so I'd look for a retracement. I don't think it'll dip this far, but potentially could, but we're looking for that retracement and the next leg higher. Euro dollar kind of failed on that resistance, hasn't it? Would expect it to come back here or potentially here, and looking for a bounce. Cable, yeah, it too I'd be looking for potentially that level, maybe this level for a bounce. Dollar yen, one of the bigger movers overnight. Be a long way to come back up to this resistance, but that's potentially in the cards. Everything is overdone and needs to have that retracement. So that's what we're looking for over the next couple of days. Yeah, I wish you all the best with it, guys. Trade safely.